Today, I'd like to share with my thoughts on the subject of selecting which photos you should be using for your advertising and marketing. I think there's a bit of a knack to it that a lot of photographers overlook. And so what I want to show you today is a portion of an online mastermind that I did for a guy called Johl. And Johl's a mindset coach for photographers in Australia. I recently spoke at a webinar that he was involved with. He heard me speak and asked me to back to speak at his masterclass for his people, and this is a portion from it. And in that portion, I'm going to be talking about how I go about selecting photographs that I've found most successful for my advertising campaigns to date. You might find it interesting because it's a very practical discussion and it might be a lot of help to you. But before we do get into that, I'll just tell you a little bit more about who I am. My name is Richard. I'm a full-time photographer and studio owner here in Australia. Our studio turns over multiple six figures per annum. I make these videos because I want to establish a personal brand as a speaker and an educator because I've got visions of doing this full-time into my 60s. Anyway, without further ado, let me just show you the portion from that mastermind that I did. So selecting images for your advertising and marketing. Okay. Now, the important thing to consider when selecting photos for advertising is this. You want to stop the scroll for a second, as in meaning you want to stop people from doing that. Just grab their attention for enough time to stop. That's the whole goal of the image. I mean this really seriously. Now, nobody cares. I mean this, as in no normal person cares, unless it's your mum or your mate or whatever, or I don't know, some some other photographer, right? If your photo won an award or not, they just don't care. They don't care if there's details in the shadows or whatever that stuff is. You just want something of interest to stop the scroll. I really mean that. No one cares. I promise you. No one cares. You got to get past that pride thing of your photos. I repeat, with the KISS font for impact, the goal of your headlines and your images are to stop the scroll for a second. No one cares about your photos, I promise you. I know I'm being a bit dramatic, but it's true. People think they do. No one cares.
100% true. And this is the interesting thing coming from a business background, business mindset is you're 100% right. A lot of photographers get caught up in the photos have to be amazing, but your clients don't care as much as you think. You're
Yeah, they really don't. Right, because they just and you've like we've all seen them, haven't we, Joel? Like if those of you who've done weddings, you know what I mean? Like by the time you get your sneak peeks online, some relatives post the worst phone picture you've ever seen in your life, of the couple, you know what I mean? And there's shadows on there, it just sucks. And then the whole world chimes in, oh my God, what a beautiful photograph. What a wonderful couple, because they're coming from emotion. They're not coming from a visual thing.
Mm.
I don't care. You know what I mean? That's anyway, whatever. I'll stop harping on that. I want to just show you three of my more successful photos when I've done advertising in the past, and they're not boudoir ones, they're normal ones, just to give you some ideas. Okay. Now, the first one is this one. This was from a siblings ad that I did, a siblings advertisement, a siblings campaign that I did years ago when I did families. So what's going on here is you got this little kid here who's making a funny face and his two sisters laughing at him, right? This crushed because it's kind of funny because this kid's making a funny face, right? Is it a good photo? It's okay. No, it's not too bad. It's not great, but what makes it good is this kid here. My observation has been that something funny will trump everything else. That's just been my observation, right? So if you can find something funny, that seems to work best. I don't know why I've got this here. Tech tip. Make it Mate, when you're doing Facebook ads, make square images. I promise you, it's way easier on the one. It'll make sense when you eventually do them, if you ever do them. Just don't make them square. I promise you. Just keep it simple. But this absolutely crushed. The amount of comments I got under the thing was great. Okay, so there's that. Um, Oh, just random note. I remember my dad when he had the car dealerships that I mentioned earlier. He used to employ comedians to do his ads for the radio. You know what I mean? He used to get these weird dudes and like I'm talking back in the 70s and 80s. He used to get guys like John Cleese and dudes like that. He spent a lot of money on marketing, Dad.
Yeah.
Anyway, pushing ahead. So now back when I did pets, okay. For example, this was a really good one. Now, this is a good example of a shit photograph. You can't even see the dog's fur there. You know what I mean? Like what's going on there? But the point being is it's a cute old border collie with three legs. That's the point. So all the dog nerds love it. You know what I mean? So there's that. that worked really well because it's a cute photo and it's got visual interest in the sense that this dog's only got 3 legs. This one here, again, it's a square image. And what I learned was when I photographed pets was that as a general rule of thumb, that pet owners didn't want to be in the photographs. That was my general observation. So by having this lady's hands or having someone's arm with a tattoo or something like that made for good copy because people could look at the photographs and go, oh, good, I don't have to be in the photos. Just my hand can be in there or something like that. So that's what's going on there. That's quite deliberate. Is it a good photo? It's okay. It's not good. And what you can do is add in text overlays in Photoshop or Canva or whatever to stand out even more. That's a really shit job, but you get the idea. You know what I mean? So attention Perth. If you're in Perth, Perth dog owners would go, oh, that's me. I'm in Perth, and I'm a dog owner. Okay. Now, so this is a photograph that I used a lot in the past for boudoir and for empowerment and stuff like that. Again, visual interest. It's just super contrasty. It's just the highlights and shadows, really. You know what I mean? And so it jumps out a little bit in the feeds. You know what I mean? It's like boom. People go, "What's that?" And that's if you can get them to go, "What's that?" Then you mission accomplished. Honestly, that's it. But the point being is here, I found that for women, and this also crosses over if you're doing family photography as well. I find when if your avatar are the mums, okay, which it usually is for family stuff, that's changed obviously in recent time. Dads are involved as well, but traditionally it's been the mums. Traditionally, if they're not looking at the camera, those images perform better than when they're looking at the camera, because they can then look at the photos and go, I don't have to be looking at the camera to get these photos done. That's a small, subtle thing, but it goes a long, long, long way, I found personally. And I find the same with boudoir. If they're not looking at like this lady here, as you can see, you can kind of know what's going on here. You can see her chest here. There's a bit of hint of bum back here. But she's not looking at the camera. So women can relate to that. Okay. For some reason, I've got that twice. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, I'll delete. So there you go. Look, I hope you got something out of that. I enjoyed presenting it. If you did get something out of it, I'd love you to leave a comment. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. I'd like to grow this channel. I'm creeping towards 200 subscribers, which is not many, but it's a lot for me because I started with absolutely nothing, and it's been a bit of a slow slog. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. But I thank you for watching. Have a great week. Until next time, keep on smiling, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks again for watching.